Welcome to our journey through adjectives that start with the letter H. Adjectives are words that describe or modify nouns, and today we'll focus on those that begin with H. These words can add color, detail, and personality to your sentences. Whether you're writing a story, composing a poem, or just looking to expand your vocabulary, knowing a variety of H adjectives can be incredibly useful. Let's dive in and discover some interesting and expressive words together, starting with the basics and moving toward more unique options as we go. Start with a classic, happy. This adjective describes a feeling of joy, contentment, or pleasure. When someone is happy, they're experiencing positive emotions and a sense of well-being. You might say she was happy to see her friends, or it was a happy occasion. The word happy is commonly used in everyday conversation and writing, making it an essential H adjective to know. It's simple, positive, and instantly recognizable, setting a cheerful tone whenever it appears. Another valuable H adjective is helpful. This word describes someone or something that provides assistance or support. For example, the instructions were very helpful, or he is always helpful around the house. Being helpful is a quality that's appreciated in friends, co-workers, and even objects or advice. It conveys a sense of usefulness and readiness to lend a hand, making it a great word to use when you want to highlight someone's positive actions. Honest is an adjective that stands for truthfulness and integrity. When you describe someone as honest, you're saying they tell the truth and act in a fair way. For instance, she gave an honest answer, or he is known for being honest in his work. Honesty is a highly valued trait in relationships, workplaces, and communities. Using this word can help you emphasize trustworthiness and sincerity in your descriptions. Humble is a wonderful adjective to describe someone who is modest and does not boast about their achievements. For example, despite his success, he remains humble. This word is often used to highlight a person's down-to-earth attitude and willingness to acknowledge others. Humility is seen as a virtue in many cultures, and being humble can make someone more approachable and respected. Hopeful is an adjective that expresses optimism and the expectation of positive outcomes. If someone is hopeful, they believe that good things are possible. For example, she felt hopeful about the future. This word can be used to describe people, situations, or even moods. It's a great way to convey positivity and encouragement in your writing or speech. Handsome is often used to describe someone, usually a man who is good-looking or attractive. For example, he is a handsome actor. However, it can also be used for things like a handsome reward or a handsome building, meaning impressive or substantial. This versatile adjective adds a touch of admiration to your descriptions, whether you're talking about people or objects. Harsh is an adjective used to describe something severe, unpleasant, or rough. For example, the harsh winter weather, or his words were harsh. This word can refer to both physical sensations and emotional experiences. It's useful when you want to convey a sense of difficulty or intensity in your descriptions. Hearty is a warm and energetic adjective. It can describe a person's laughter, a meal, or even a welcome. For example, they shared a hearty laugh, or we enjoyed a hearty breakfast. This word suggests something full, robust, and satisfying, making it perfect for descriptions that need a sense of abundance or enthusiasm. Heroic is an adjective for actions or people that are brave and courageous. For example, the firefighter made a heroic rescue. This word is often used to describe acts of great bravery or people who go above and beyond to help others. It's a powerful way to highlight courage and selflessness. Harmful is an adjective used to describe something that causes damage or injury. For example, smoking is harmful to your health. This word is important when you want to warn about dangers or negative effects. It's commonly used in health, safety, and environmental contexts. Hilarious is an adjective that means extremely funny. If something is hilarious, it makes people laugh a lot. For example, the comedian's jokes were hilarious. This word is great for describing situations, people, or things that bring joy and laughter. Hesitant is used to describe someone who is unsure or slow to act. For example, she was hesitant to speak. This word conveys uncertainty or caution, and it's useful when you want to show that someone is not confident or is taking their time before making a decision. Heavenly is an adjective that means delightful or wonderful, often in a way that feels perfect or out of this world. For example, the dessert was heavenly. It's a great word to use when you want to express extreme pleasure or satisfaction with something, whether it's food, music, or an experience. Hectic describes a situation that is very busy or full of activity. For example, it was a hectic day at work. This word is perfect for conveying a sense of chaos or being overwhelmed by too many things happening at once. Harmonic is an adjective that relates to harmony, especially in music. For example, the choir's voices were harmonic. It can also be used more generally to describe things that are well balanced or pleasing together. This word adds a sense of musicality or balance to your descriptions. Heedless describes someone who does not pay attention or is careless. For example, he made a heedless mistake. This word is useful when you want to point out a lack of caution or awareness in someone's actions. Hefty is an adjective used to describe something large, heavy, or substantial. For example, he carried a hefty bag. It's a great word for emphasizing size or weight, whether you're talking about objects, amounts, or even responsibilities. Hollow describes something that is empty inside or lacking in substance. For example, the tree was hollow, or his words sounded hollow. This word can be used both literally and figuratively, making it versatile for many situations. Hospitable is an adjective that describes someone who is welcoming and friendly to guests or strangers. For example, they were very hospitable hosts. It's a positive trait that shows kindness and generosity, especially in social situations. Horrible is an adjective used to describe something very unpleasant or terrible. For example, that was a horrible experience. This word is strong and direct, making it useful when you want to emphasize negative feelings or situations. Hushed is an adjective that means quiet or spoken in a soft voice. For example, they spoke in hushed tones. This word is perfect for describing peaceful, calm, or secretive environments. Hygienic is an adjective that describes something clean and sanitary. For example, the kitchen was very hygienic. It's often used in health and cleanliness contexts, emphasizing the importance of good habits and environments. Hazy is an adjective that means unclear, foggy, or not easily seen or understood. For example, the view was hazy, or he has a hazy memory of the event. This word is useful for describing both physical and mental states of uncertainty. Heinous is a strong adjective used to describe something shockingly evil or wicked. For example, the crime was heinous. This word is powerful and often used in legal or moral contexts to emphasize the severity of bad actions. Harmonic, as an adjective, is often used in music to describe sounds that are pleasing together. For example, the band played a harmonic tune. It can also mean things that work well together in general, adding a sense of unity or agreement. Hearty can also mean enthusiastic or energetic, not just full or robust. For example, he gave a hearty handshake. This word brings a sense of warmth and vigor to your descriptions, making it ideal for lively situations. Hallowed is an adjective that means holy or greatly respected. For example, the church is a hallowed place. This word is often used for places, traditions, or things that are considered sacred or honored. Handy is an adjective that means useful or convenient. For example, a pocket knife is handy. This word is great for describing tools, objects, or even people who are skillful and helpful in practical situations. Harmonious is an adjective that describes things that go well together, whether it's music, colors, or relationships. For example, they have a harmonious partnership. This word is perfect for expressing balance, peace, and compatibility in various contexts.